What's up, guys, and welcome back to Eventual Acres. It's been about a month now since I planted my garden, and I just gotta say, I am very impressed with how it's turned out. Everything you see behind me, from my tomatoes, my peppers that are kind of hiding behind the wood here, my green beans, my squash, my zucchini, all of this, I started from tiny little seeds. Now, when it came to planting my tomatoes, they're about this big, not really impressive at all, and I don't know how well you can really see, but they're getting very big, very bushy behind me. And to think that you can grow something like this from a tiny little seed, I think is actually really cool. But one of these plants have quickly become one of my favorites. And it's probably obvious that it's the tomatoes because of just how much I'm talking about them. But tomatoes are actually really, really cool in my opinion. So you might notice all along the stem and along all the branches, all the way down to the base, there's a bunch of hairs that grow all along the tomato plants. And those hairs, when planted in the soil, can actually develop roots. So you might have heard a lot of people say that if you plant your tomatoes nice and deep, is going to form more roots and it'll be more beneficial to the plant. So there's also several other parts of this tomato plant. It doesn't just stop there. Every tomato plant has a main stem that goes up, and along that stem, you get different branches that branch off. Now, occasionally you'll get a branch that forms between the main stem and the main branch. That branch is actually called a sucker. Now, I've heard that if you plant that sucker in the soil, it'll actually form roots and create a whole new tomato plant. So I actually want to give that a try today. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a try. I'm going to just take my pair of vegetable scissors. I'm just going to cut that sucker right off. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to take this sucker, just going to drop it in a cup of water, and then in a couple of days, it should grow some roots. Then I'll plant it from there, and we'll see whether or not it grows a whole nother plant. I'm hoping it does. I think that would be pretty cool, and I can just add it to my collection of other tomato plants. So we'll see what happens.